Welcome to the typical skeptic podcast, where we dive deep, you decide. Questioning the matrix from UFOs, where the shadows unknown reside. Rob Kalil busting myths like ghosts in the night. Paranormal pros, secret space ops, yo, we keep it real, no fright. Typical skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Aliens, Anunnaki, black ops in disguise. From abductions to ancient scripts, we flip the script wide. TSP style, mile after mile, truth can't hide. Hold up, TSP crew assemble, we dismantle the fable. My lab's targeted souls, breaking out of the stable. Dogman howling, Bigfoot prowling, cryptids in the mist. Mandela the fifth twist in reality, can't resist the twist. Soul trap snapping, reincarnation mapping, holographic dreams. Near-death visions, out-of-body missions, waking up the teams. No censorship here, we fear no elite scheme. Conspiracy kings ringing bells, hear the freedom ring. The skeptical seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Extraterrestrials, interdimensional highs.
Welcome to Typical Skeptic Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Well, guys, I got a treat for you guys tonight. I had no clue this was going to happen. I am so excited. Someone I consider a very good friend. I'm going to bring him to the stage in a second, but I want to give him the proper introduction. And it's my really good friend, Ryushin Malone. And if you guys don't know, me and Ryushin, we've been doing shows together for, honestly, at least a couple years now, 3 or 4 years. And I hadn't heard from him in a while. You know what I mean? I was wondering how he was doing. And then he just got a hold of me out of nowhere. And, we just decided to do this show. So, I'm excited. Every time Ryushin's on my show, he brings the heat. You know what I mean? And if you don't know about Ryushin, he's a Zen Buddhist. He's also a UFO researcher. He's somewhat controversial, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Like I said, he brings the heat every time. He's very evidence-based. He likes evidence. And he's just an all-around awesome dude. He really is. I really like Ryushin, and I'm really glad that, we decided to do this. And, I'm going to bring him to the stage now. And, and Ryushin's the proprietor of the OrionLines.com. Just go check out his website and support him because he's trying to bring disclosure. And with all that said, I'd like to bring my good friend to the stage, Ryushin. Thanks so much for coming back on, man. How are you?
Hey, Robert. Nice to see you again.
Yeah,
Thank
you
so
too,
much
man.
for having me on.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while, but we've been doing this for almost 6 years now.
Is that how long it's been? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. How are you?
I've been okay. I've been better, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I think everybody's being targeted in this field, and everybody's feeling the heat every single way, whether it's financially or, I don't know. That's what it seems like,
Yeah, it's a difficult situation we're all in, we're in a war, a spiritual war over humanity.
Yeah, well, here's what it is, Operation. It's if you talk about, if you're just talking about, UFOs in the sky and the government bringing disclosure, it's they don't care about that. But when you get into the hardcore topics, when you're talking about, Uncle Sam's Snuff Factory and Katie Groves and Pizzagate and, some of the hardcore stuff you touch on and, what's her name, Marina Abramovich and stuff like that,
right.
That's when, and other stuff, some of the stuff I touch on, military abductions, secret space program, targeted individuals. That's when it starts, that's when I think they come at you. You know what I mean?
Why is this happening? Why are we being lied to? Why have I had almost all of the evidence, the whole thing figured out 8 years ago and have been completely ignored?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, stuff that is just incredible that I've dug up, and I've been watching the entire system. I've had nothing better to do but watch the entire game. That's what it is. It's a game, and honestly, no one comes close to the stuff that I've revealed.
Yeah,
and it's so crazy because even revealing it, no one gets what I've revealed. No one can sit down and actualize and understand the evidence for what it is. And, it's a terrible shame. It's a terrible shame, but this is the reality we live in. We have been deceived. Why have we been deceived? Why is everybody walking around in a dream state? Why why have we been being lied to? Why has this been covered up? And I can
Yeah.
tell you, it's not necessarily an invasion, but it's an infiltration. We've been infiltrated in the highest levels, the whole thing. I mean, it's crazy. We've been under the control of this Draco reptilian empire for 6,000 years, since they took over from the Anunnaki.
Yeah. We already have a question in the audience. This is from my friend Michelle, and we're going to share the screen. Ryushin has some stuff he wants to share, but Michelle, she comes on my show too. She wants to know, does Ryushin think they're coming to harvest the earth?
It's a very complex answer to that. They have been using us over and over and over again to harvest. If you ever look at images, especially the Hermetic stuff, that's where I found all of the doors really opened. I mean, it really made the connections were really solidified after going through Hermetics, all the Hermetic stuff, especially with Saturn. Saturn, who is actually Alpha Draconian, a Draco reptilian, a white Draco reptilian. He is the ruler of hell, and I guess if you want to call him the warden of hell, which is a soul prison for evil souls. And Saturn, if you look at the images of Saturn, he's holding a sickle. And that represents harvest.
Wow.
But I know exactly how they would harvest people. And this is what happened to all the ancient society, where they up and just disappeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, Comet. Have you ever Comet ping pong pizza?
Yeah, Pizzagate. Yeah.
Right? A comet was called a disaster. And disaster in Latin literally means evil star. And I knew exactly what that meant. I knew that the comet would show up and they'd go disaster, and they would know that it was time, the reptilians coming down in a hollowed out asteroid where they put their technology into it to create a ship. And they would come down and they would harvest society. But that's why Saturn would hold the sickle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can show you an image, actually, that would be kind of fitting.
Do you want me to share the screen or whatever? It's added at the bottom.
A minute, let me find the picture I wanted to share about that while I'm talking about that. But I was going to talk about my book. I figured out a whole bunch of stuff, especially with the Anunnaki, and it's all evidence-based, information.
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate going through the evidence and being like, what is this true? What is
Dude,
it?
can I tell you something? Like Michelle, who's in the audience, she's one of my favorite guests, and you're one of my favorite guests. Like, I have certain people that are like my favorites. You know what I mean? Like Renetta Jones, she died last year. She was one of my favorites. But you're absolutely one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
I really mean that, dude. Like, I mean it sincerely. You know?
Thank you. It's I bring the evidence, and I really what happened was I was contacted by these extraterrestrials. I was sitting Zen meditation in my Zendo where I was sitting meditation. They came to me and they touched me, and at that point it was June 11th 2017, 9 years ago. They came to me while I was sitting, and that just they're real. And I went home, I got into it, I took all of the evidence, everything I could possibly find on the topic, and I went through everything. And I realized that about 80 to 85% of what I collected that was out there was bullshit, but there was 15 to 20% of it that was real. And I put it all on my website, theorionlines.com, all the video and the photographic evidence of the aliens and the UFOs, it's all real. And the UFOs, maybe 95 to 98%, because there's been a lot of deceit here. There's been a lot of deception happening. So they've been putting out the CGI stuff even a long time back in 2017. But everything on my website was pre-CGI, pre-2025. And I haven't touched it since because it's CGI. But the CGI is a deception tactic by the whole Illuminati, the satanic side. This is why they've been dumping money into the AI to create this CGI stuff so nobody can tell the difference between what's real and what's fake anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know,
Right
'cause
before disclosure is happening, this is why it happened. Can you share the screen?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, the picture, yeah. So as you can see, this is Saturn, who's actually Satan, who's actually Draco, an Alpha Draconian, a 15-foot tall white reptilian being. And they came over 6,000 years ago and took over from the Anunnaki, who are these little beings, the little, and I know a lot of people don't understand what's going on here or believe me, but I can tell you what I realized is that these cherubs, the cherubs are the Anunnaki. They are the ones who helped create us or created us. They travel around in a golden orb, which we were created to mine gold to fix their atmosphere, which surrounds Nibiru, their planet. But it not only fixed their atmosphere, but they can also travel through space and time anytime they want. It's incredibly intelligent, very, very intelligent, because they can avoid being taken over like they had been. As you can see, there's Draco and the evil side taking over from these little beings who are the Anunnaki in Sumerian times. This is Sumerian. Wow. You see this? How they're standing on one of the beings?
Yeah.
These are the Anunnaki. They are the angels of God. And here's Moloch. This is a Babylonian cylinder seal. Here's Moloch with the Orion group, the Draco Reptilian Orion group, who took over. And look, there he is, the Anunnaki being forced to kneel before Moloch, before the satanic side.
Wow.
So these beings were being said to be his children. Saturn was eating his children, but that they are not children. They're not children. They're the Anunnaki.
Wow.
But the real reason why Saturn, you see, there are the Cupid's arrows. Those aren't his children. They are the Anunnaki. They're God's angels who've been helping us, and this is not even half of it. But Saturn, with the sickle, would show up and harvest humanity. All right, check this out. Here's another one. Oops. I have to stop it and reload it. Oh well. Try this one.
If you can reload it, I'll add it again. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right. As you can see, there's Saturn ruling over humanity, over Earth. These hermetic images are fantastic. They have everything in it. They have everything. Look, there's the Anunnaki being forced to kneel, right, to Saturn, Satan, who took over. So took over from the war with God and the devil, and they had to make a deal called Night First, which was allowing Draco, the evil side, to rule over humanity for the past 6,000 years.
And you
That's
talk
why,
about Night First specifically in your book, right? You go into
yes,
that.
yeah, that's why we've been lied to and kept in the dark. You see how he's kneeling there?
Yeah.
See how he's kneeling? See? There he is. You see,
Yeah.
the elites, the secret societies knew all about this. They knew what was going on. That's why they were able to draw this stuff. But they couldn't tell anybody because somebody had to come along and reveal the truth. And that's what this is right now. That's why this is happening. So,
What do you think is going on with the government disclosure, Ryushin? Do you think they're doing that on purpose to like lead
yeah.
people astray?
Oh yeah, well, no, they're well, the problem is that the Illuminati, the satanic side, has had massive control over for the past 6,000 years, and now all of a sudden they're all revealed. The whole adrenochrome, the whole you know satanic business is all revealed. Well, and especially it's not only just that stuff, but it's right here.
Yeah.
I revealed all of the whole alien thing.
You absolutely did, dude. You've been, like I said, like if you guys didn't see the beginning of this, me and Ryushin figured out we've been doing this for at least 4 years, maybe 6. Like, I mean, together, I mean, like we've both been on our quests individually, but we've been doing shows together for at least 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? We've been,
Yeah,
I think
5 or 6 years, I thought, but it
was it
was
since 2020? It was either 2020 or 2022. Yeah,
yeah.
maybe it was that long. I don't. Wow, that's amazing, dude. I mean, it's crazy how fast time goes, which is another thing.
I know.
I know that's not on the agenda, but doesn't it seem like time's speeding up?
Well, um it's getting closer to the breaking point, and that's where the truth comes out. But it's very unfortunate because we're like in a Mexican standoff with the Satan worshippers. You tell the truth, we'll kill everybody. That's why everybody's been whoa. Don't say anything, and that's why they have this only this saying that says, well, only by God's hand can be revealed, or whatever the saying is. Well, it turns out that the Anunnaki are returning soon. They should be here soon. I don't know when, but soon they'll be coming down. But as you can see, the Freemasons were gifted their tools by the Anunnaki, by the God's angels. That's why they worship. That's why they worship the tools, the Freemasons. The Freemasons are actually good. They got their tools from God's angels.
Wow.
And Luna, I figured out that Luna Hathor is God. Luna, the moon goddess. And I have a whole bunch of evidence to that. But here's Luna.
Wait, you think she's actually our creator? You think she's God?
Well, she told me that she was God. She said, I am God, Ryushin, I am God. Because I asked, I was like, who are you? They took me up into the 5th density in 2018 when I figured out all this shit. They showed me everything.
Holy shit.
And I was sitting at her desk in her office, and she was going through my life in the book of life. And she was showing me stuff, and I was getting punished for some of the bad things that I've done in my life. And then she'd be going through the book and find good things that I did really good, good stuff. And she'd remove the mark from my hand. So, and I was like, who are you? And she's like, I am God, Ryushin, I am God. And she was a female. And, I'm going through all this evidence, and I'm like, who, it has to be Luna. It has to be Luna. And I have a whole bunch of evidence connecting. But as you can see, there's Satan Saturn with the sickle over Earth, which is round, by the way. How did they know that in like the 1800s when they drew this painting? How did they know the Earth was round in the 1800s? Well, there they are with all the gods, which are actually extraterrestrial beings. But yeah, the Freemasons are good. The hand of God gifting the tools to humanity. And it's not to here. See, they're the Anunnaki who are said to be our creators. I think that Luna was behind the creation of humanity, but I don't know.
Who are those big gods then? Like Luna and like the other ones? Are they some other form of like extraterrestrial? Would
Yes,
you say like
there's
some of these
different
people right here? They're like sorry.
they're-
Let me see if I can move my cursor. These people right here, where my cursor is. These big people.
Yeah, they are other different species.
Yeah, like a different, maybe some
But
kind of angel or something.
you can see that how the Anunnaki are gifting knowledge to humanity, while
Yeah, that's cool.
Satan is sitting up there going, "I don't like this,"
Yeah.
but with a sickle.
Holy shit.
Here, I got a whole bunch of stuff, man. You'd love this. Let me see here. So, but it's not just the tools that the Freemasons were worshiping. It is. Here we go. Sorry about this. We're doing this on the fly, so it's like,
Yeah.
I didn't put anything together. I'm kind of just running through this, showing you some stuff here. But as you can see, oh, there you go. As you can see, there they are with Ben Franklin being gifted electricity. See? The Freemasons knew. Here they are with a free energy device. You see that? You see in the middle there?
Yeah.
There. It's a golden orb. A golden orb.
Holy shit.
St. John of Revelations. The Anunnaki, the cherubs, helped St. John write the book of Revelations. It's evidence. St. John was abducted and shown the future. You see the eagle standing on the wings of the eagle. When somebody's standing on something, that means travel.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the Anunnaki. They are not what Zachariah Stitchin said. Zachariah Stitchin was a deceiver of humanity, a Satan worshiper who was seen at these ceremonies, and everybody, all the Satan worshipers hated him because he was into this stuff. He was telling people what, trying to deceive them, but still, they wanted nothing to do with him. But he was still deceiving humanity, and by the evidence, it's clear to me that he was. He was running around going, "Oh, Naibu is a 12th planet. These Anunnaki are very big, and anything that man said, I threw in the garbage because it didn't. But I have more evidence. I have a lot of evidence connecting not only the golden orb that they're playing with here for the free energy, but their spacecraft is a golden orb. Connecting to the Anunnaki. Why did the Anunnaki create us? To mine gold for them. So, now, Revelations. How did a man who lived 1,500 years ago know a 7,000-year-old star alignment that happened September 23rd, 2017? The woman with a child, Jupiter, in her womb, wearing a crown of 12, Leo, and Mercury, Mars, Venus, with the moon at her feet and the sun at her back. How did a man who lived 1,500 years ago know a 7,000-year-old star alignment and the things that are happening today, which is the return of Christ? How did he know? Well, he was brought into the future and showed and helped to write Revelations by the Anunnaki. But that's how I figured it out.
Well, that's
Because
so.
I saw the star alignment, the woman wearing crown of 12 with the moon at her feet and the sun at her back. And when I saw that, I knew that they had time travel. And then a couple of months later, this was back in September of 2007, when I saw the star alignment, I knew that they had time travel. And I went, oh, a few months after that, I realized there they are helping St. John write the book of Revelation.
Wow. And do you think that he was writing that book of Revelation for what would be happening now?
Yes. Well, you see, it's time travel is very tricky because you can manipulate time, and there's a lot of things. There's a lot of time manipulation happening here. So
Yeah.
we have avoided the nuclear war that's to come. Well, not yet, but we will. It's a very big problem with the artificial superintelligence because they want to turn this place into the Matrix.
Yeah. Yeah. It
So
seems like that, right?
the choice is either the Matrix or a nuclear war to stop it. That's the choice, and that's a big, that's a big problem for us. Here, check it out. So, the return of Christ. I'm looking at all this evidence, and I'm like, hey, I know what's going on here. I'm not an idiot. As you can see, there's Christ standing on the golden orb. Again, a golden orb, just like the one the Anunnaki were playing with Ben Franklin and the free energy device. And here they are at the Vatican, the United Nations, Ground Zero. It's their spacecraft. And I have evidence of their spacecraft. But it's revelation. It's revelation when the truth is revealed and, it's broken up and Christ returns.
Michelle wants to know in the audience, she said about the tree of life. Do you know about something about the tree of life, she says?
I do. Yeah, they showed me in the fifth density that the tree of life is actually something called the Vetroverse. It is the container of the multiverse, which is infinite.
Whoa, that's
and they
insane.
they showed me all that. Yeah, they showed me something called also that was sitting right next to it. They showed me the anti-Vetroverse, which was a prison for souls, evil souls. Yeah, they showed me a whole bunch of stuff, man. All right, so pretty wild stuff, right?
It is. Hell yeah.
All right, let me see here. While I'm talking about the Anunnaki, I might as well play this one.
Wait, she said, let me see real quick before we put that up. She said, is there a black apple tree life in the rings of Saturn? She says.
Is there a what?
Black apple tree of life in the same rings of Saturn.
All I can say about the rings of Saturn is that there's a massive spacecraft in the rings of Saturn.
Wow.
Massive. And I know that from the book of from John Lear and the book entitled "The Ringmakers of Saturn."
Oh yeah, that by I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, Nord, whatever his name was.
Norman something. Yeah. Norman, not
right.
Norman Paulson, but Norman. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And Lear has talked about it, and they put it in the video game Destiny 2, which is a video game, for PlayStation 5 or whatever. And you can see it. It's like a space future game. And there it is, this massive craft sitting in the rings of Saturn. And it's very.
Do you think that controls something or something like that? That crap? Do you think that's like?
Well, I've heard that the spacecraft is abandoned, but the fact that the hectogram is on top of the Saturn like that, the fact that the moon only faces one direction the whole time without ever, spinning or turning is a clear sign that these objects were set in place.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
not only the moon and the stuff on Saturn, but the stars also. The whole zodiac connection. Yeah, it's astrotheology. That shit is real. That stuff's ancient alien knowledge. So.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. This is amazing. Here, I'll add this. Okay, there we go.
Okay, I don't know if we can hear. Let me know.
Don't play the volume because we'll get a copyright. Maybe just, or do we need to hear?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't need to hear it. Basically, it's a video about the Anunnaki showed up. They created human beings to alleviate their workforce from the Igigi and to mine gold for them. We also function as a dual function. We are containers of the soul.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, someone said that the other night on my show. I can't remember who, but yeah, that seems to be. I think Bob Lazar was told that. I think, right? Like,
yes, and it's true. We are, but this
because
is
Linda Moulton Howe has kind of said it over time, and I know people are controversial about Linda, but I mean, I think she's an OG. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a problem with her. You know,
no.
As a matter of fact,
she's been paid off. She's part of the whole deep state thing. She's been paid off to lie about the human mutilations.
Yeah. Because they you know what's interesting about that, Ryushin? Like, they always talk about cattle mutilations, but they never want to talk about human mutilations. You know what I mean?
Well, Linda knows, and she knows, and what they're doing is they're actually torturing the animals and human beings to produce enzymes and adrenochrome and to drink the blood as food. But why waste it when you can torture a being to produce from the torture those chemicals that they enjoy drinking and eating? And that's what it is. But the true symbol of God, which is the Aten, which is this symbol, it's on my shirt. See?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have the true symbol of God on my shirt. Nobody knows what it is.
Wow.
I'm probably one of the first human beings to wear it like this.
Is that part of your merch?
Yes. Yes,
Wow.
It is. It's the true symbol of God. It's the, as you can see, it's a golden orb and the name Yahweh in it. And every time you see, it's always either an orb or a triangle with light emanating. That is the true symbol of God.
Wow.
And COP27, the reason why they put the Anunnaki in there is because it's alleged that the Anunnaki are going to show up in 2027.
Wow.
So, and that's what I'm getting at, the whole golden orb thing. Here's iPet Go 2. Jesus arrives. The lotus blossom, which is enlightenment, and the Christ awakens in the future. The Christ consciousness is lifted by barbed wire, is lifted. The Catholic Church falls because the Catholic Church has been lying to us about everything, the whole thing.
Yeah. What's this from? iPad Go. What'd you call it?
iPad Go 2. Yeah, it had the future in it. You see, these people have time viewing devices.
Yeah.
And in the fifth density, they can see with a crystal ball. But that's the Anunnaki in the golden orb. That's what it looks like. Watch this. It destroys the pyramids. Do you see it
Wow.
destroy the pyramids? The pyramids that align to Orion, the satanic force who takes over star systems. I knew when I saw that, I knew they knew. And I was like, oh my God, they knew. And I was able to, oh, it's not in here. Come on. Hold on a minute. And then, I have the examples of the ship, the Golden Orb, and they're hunting demons. Oh, there it is. See? I'll play
Yeah.
it in a minute.
Oh my God, that is so cool. The golden orb.
I just want to find this one. Oh, there it is. When God returns in the future, destroys the Giza pyramids, they had the same war on Mars. That's why the pyramids on Mars are destroyed.
Their caps are blown off.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's because, and that's why they call Mars the god of war. Yeah. It's the Orion group. Time travelers. And so from what I figured out was that these Greys who've been living here are actually the elite, the satanic elite today from an alternate timeline. There's a paradox coming October 1st, 2030. To nuke or not to nuke? To stop the artificial superintelligence from turning this place into the fucking Matrix or not? That's what 2030 is. But when God shows up, she or they destroy the pyramids just like they did on Mars. So I guess I'll show you some of this, the footage here. It's very important because this guy's like videoing this in Florida, and he's like, "Hey, it looks like there's a being inside of it." Can you hear that?
Yeah. Or no, I mean, I don't hear anything.
Oh, you can't really hear it? He said it looks like there's a man inside of it. And then, yeah. But
wow.
you see how it's a sphere and it's emanating light like this? This is one of their personal vehicles, a personal solo vehicle, and they're flying around. They're angels. That's a real angel. They're flying around looking for demons, evil aliens. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
This is good stuff, man. This is really good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I got the whole thing, but that's what's going on here. That's what the Anunnaki are. They're one of the beings in the orb, and I'm pretty sure that's God, who is Luna. Luna is God. I think I've heard other stories that Lucifer is actually God, but I don't know yet. Which is possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Lucifer is not evil, like everyone's been told. And you've been told that because of the deception, the great deception. You see how the Anunnaki are touching the faces, admiring their creation.
Yeah. Lucifer, they call him the bringer of light, right? Or
yes, the light bringer, the one who shows up and reveals the truth to the world. But the Satan worshippers, being so clever, thought it would be a really great idea if they inverted it. So the one who reveals all the evil satanic shit be the enemy. Be Satan. Which is not true. But
so there's two different beings. There's Satan, who's actually evil, and there's Lucifer, who's the bringer of light.
Yes, who is the good one, the one who reveals the truth. But there's a cost to the truth being revealed, which is the Satan worshippers are all pissed off that they are revealed, and the whole 7 vials being released would be by them, because once everybody finds out the truth that these reptilian, they're half reptilian, half human, and I know that for sure. They are Canaanites. Hey, all this stuff can be seen at my Twitter account, by the way, if you want to see this stuff.
Yeah.
No, this is actually New Jersey. This was during the drone wars.
Yeah.
The drone wars happened because Trump won. Trump won. The Pentagon sent in all these planes dressed up with lights all over the planes and helicopters for a week, and then snuck in the Galactic Federation to go take out the Greys in New Jersey. How do I know this? Because I've been collecting all the evidence. I went through, I have 3.5 hours of alien UFO video of drones. They're not drones. They're alien craft flying around, shooting at the ground, stationary, shooting at the ground. And you know, I knew what they were doing. I knew that they snuck them in, and they got in there to get them out of there because Trump won. And I know this because politics, all of politics, one side's good, one side's evil. There's no right and left. It's good and evil. That's the battle. That's the war that we're in right now. Good and evil. And Biden's running thing, his slogan for 2024 was, "This is a battle for the soul of the nation." And he was right. It was a battle for the soul. But it's very complex. It gets super complicated because both of them have been messing around. Like, Trump got in there to fuck up Hillary Clinton, so Hillary Clinton couldn't get in there to pull Agenda 21.
Yeah, I think all politics is corrupt. I feel like they all are. I mean, that's
Well,
only.
It's the battle between good and evil.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. But
I mean, I voted for Trump. I'm not gonna, I voted for Trump, and I usually never even vote. You know what I mean? But I felt like he was outside the system, and I thought he was gonna try to, do good. And I mean, we'll see. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
nobody knows what's going on. It's very difficult to see exactly what is happening, why this is happening, and but I can tell you, it's between good and evil. And this evil side has been ruling over humanity for the past 6,000 years in something they call night first, which is keeping us in the dark about the whole alien thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's in Mexico a long time ago, maybe in the 90s. There was a golden orb scene, but that's their vehicle. That's what they travel in. These golden orbs, and sometimes they're turned off.
God, I gotta tell you this real quick. You know this guy. This is Derek, Woo Riders. He just says, "Well, just got into a car wreck 10 minutes ago. I'm so fucking pissed. All the millions of people it could have been. It was the dude who I used to have help work for us." I hope you're okay, Derek. I hope your family's okay. And I know you know Ryushin as well. So
I know Woo Rider.
I'm sending out my sympathy to you and your family. I hope you guys are okay. I love you guys, man. I mean that too. Derek's a good friend of mine. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted
No, that's okay. Oh no, dude, I totally understand. But I wanted to let's see here. I wanted to share with you the evidence that I have that these people are half reptilian, half human.
Michelle said in the audience, she said those UFOs are positioned like Orion. She said, "Did you think they were?"
What UFOs?
I guess the ones you were showing. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah. So, sorry, but this is a painting from the 15th century, which I knew immediately what was going on here. It was Abel, who was a pure human, and Cain, who was half reptilian, the green, half human.
Yeah, damn.
So it's not, but that's the Canaanite line that they follow. These people are part reptilian, and it's more than, and not only reptilian, but where did they get that from? And I can tell you.
What do you think happened?
I know what happened. God created Adam and Eve. Yes, Lilith probably, but then Eve was created. Eve was tempted by the serpent with the fruit of knowledge, and she took a bite of it, And then Satan, who is the Alpha Draconian, had taught her how to have sex. It's in the Bible. There's a word that's described for deceiving and manipulating and tempting Eve. That's what the serpent did. But the serpent had sex with Eve. And then Eve went to Adam and said, "Hey, Adam, eat this apple." He took a bite and then showed Adam how to have sex, and she got pregnant with Abel at the same time.
Was Cain half reptilian then?
Yes.
Okay, and Abel was full human.
It's not only half reptilian, he's half Satan's blood.
Whoa.
He's a blood relative to Satan himself. Yeah, that's why they follow the bloodline.
Holy shit, I see it now. Yeah, we got the Astors, the Bundys, the Collins, the DuPont, the Freemans, the Kennedys, the Lees over in Asia, the Onassis, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Russells, the Van Duyns. Yeah,
It's all of
sounds. And then
they're
the Merovingians.
They're actually blood relatives to Satan himself.
Holy shit, dude. And I would say the Vanderbilts too, right? The Vanderbilts are.
I'm sure the list goes on and on and on and on. I mean, they've been out there in society, procreating this whole time.
Yeah.
So it's not just a group of a few families, but they're out there procreating. So we're not just humanity. I'd say maybe about 50%, maybe more, I don't even know, are half reptilian, half human. Hybrids. But,
wow.
So this is what happened. Eve and Adam were kicked out of the garden by God. Eve had twins, and it's very common for a woman to get to have twins from two separate fathers. She had Cain and Abel, raised them. God was very interested in Abel because he was what God was really after was creating a pure human being, because that was the whole test to be like God or whatever, whatever. And but Cain was being rejected over and over and over again, and then Cain snapped, and because he was part reptilian, and snapped and killed Abel and ate him. This was the birthplace of Satanism. That's why, and this is why Noah's Ark. God told Noah to build the ark, and God flooded the Canaanites who were out there recklessly raping women, eating people, doing all this evil.
Willow says in the audience, Willow, I didn't want you to think I was laughing at you. I know this is a serious comment. She says, I met one who tried to get me pregnant. She says an occult wanted her baby. Holy fuck. That's insane.
Oh, I'm not surprised at that. I've met one in Japan when I was studying Zen. I was living at an ancient Zen monastery in 2007, and we were allowed out on Mondays to go to the city to go hang out. And I went out, and I went to the 7-Eleven. I was walking out, and I saw the guy. He came by for a week, and he didn't last very long. But he was like super plain, super normal. He looked super normal, and I walked out of the 7-Eleven, and I'll never forget it. He said something to me, and he looked me in the eyes, and his eyes turned to slits.
Whoa.
And he grew 3 feet in front of me, and I was just like, what the fuck is this?
I know, right?
And he had me for a few moments locked in this gaze. And I was like, and I remember turning and thinking to myself, that guy's into some evil shit. But
You know what's even coming now is the black eyes, right? I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen some people with their eyes turn black, and it seems like people are getting possessed by like
oh
the demonics, and
yeah,
that seems rampant as well.
yeah, it's possible. I was reading about that, or saw a video about that priest who got fired for claiming that the aliens are demons. Well, uh, yes and no, and but to have him fired like that, I think that was a big mistake with the Catholic Church. And I mean, I can show you the Catholic Church has known about this whole time. They're part of the balance. They're part of this half evil, half good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Which nobody knew about. So
Still in the audience says, was the guy looking for recruits?
here, can you share that?
Yeah, I will.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
She said, was he looking for recruits? The guy. Yeah, okay, sorry.
yeah, that happens. That happens all the time. The Satan worshippers are trying to recruit people, but you need to understand what's been going on here. We have been being used as a resource, and not just to work, which everybody's working,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
to gain knowledge and the technology, while they use us as a food source. And the whole point of our existence has been
Yeah,
to end us.
yeah.
That's been the whole point of what they've been trying to do here.
Yeah, they're trying to end. They're trying to. Yeah, they're
Yes.
trying to wipe us out, right?
They've been poisoning us left and right with every fucking thing, everything. I figured
Yeah.
out that they've been poisoning us, intentionally keeping us asleep from reaching the awakened state of mind, which is the enlightened mind, the state of mind, the awakened state of mind, like Buddhism and all that shit, or Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it. The Wi-Fi, the cell towers, the fluoride in the water, the food. Why does all the food taste like shit? Like for the past 15 years, all the food's like really fake.
Yeah, it's all shit. Yeah,
We're
it's
being
all
poisoned everywhere and everything. Even
there's less nutrients in the food. It's all garbage. Yeah,
the
I know.
television is sending off blue screen and signals to keep us in a sleep state, just like they live. The computer screens, the cell phone screens, the constant flipping through. It
Yeah,
never allows us to be still and know that I am God. Be still, right?
yeah,
That's the whole key, and that's the whole pornography, the whole this evil fuel that fuels the ego to keep pressing on, and that's what's been suppressing us because the reptilians have been using us as a food source, ruling over us in secret.
This is a great comment from B Legendary. I see if you agree with this. He says, I'll put it up real quick. He says, they don't want us awakening to our powers and abilities and opening portals. They can't not control us when we are fully awakened and activated.
Well, yes, but it's also participating in magic, which is real magic, is actually fifth density. It's above the earth. They get to play magic. You can astro travel through space and time in the fifth density to see and speak with anyone who is also awake. Yes. It's called the lobby. The lobby sits between heaven and hell and earth. It's up above the earth. I've seen it. I've seen them. I've been able to communicate and do magic. It's real. And it's not all magic is black magic. No, there's white magic too. And this magic is actually alien technology, spiritual, fifth dimensional alien technology, like the Book of Life, soul technology. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Pretty crazy stuff. Let me see what else I got here. Okay, so I figured out a whole bunch of new stuff. Let me share this this one. So I'm going through this, like all these UFO. As you can see, the little orb.
The crop circles.
Yeah, the orb that comes in and instantly creates this pattern. It's fantastic. So,
holy shit, dude.
yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah,
I've never seen the orbs create these. This is insane. Everybody thinks that some people think it's human created, but it's obviously not, right?
Really? You didn't know that? No. This was way before CGI.
Yeah, holy shit, dude. I swear to God, I've never seen this.
That's how they
This
do
is
it.
fascinating.
They use the energy and the space, and they bend the wheat or whatever it is, grain or whatever. Watch this. Same thing. See?
Holy shit, dude.
But that's what they are, and I'm pretty sure that these little orbs, which aren't those big spheres, the bigger ones that are solo, I think these things contain their consciousness, like drone.
Whoa, dude.
It's like a drone.
Yeah.
And I think
it's like an alien drone. Like they're the alien. They just probably come from like a bigger alien ship or something. They send them down for like surveillance, maintenance
exactly.
to do these. But do you think they put these crop circles in to like awaken humanity? Do you think that's what they're for?
Yes, there is that. Yes, there is. Yeah, it's communication.
Yeah,
it's obviously we are here. Look at this.
Do you remember the Arecibo crop circle and the message they got in return? Did you ever hear about that?
Oh yes, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, but there's another one with EB3 holding a disc that says, "Beware of bearers of false gifts and broken promises." Yeah, it was the Crabwood crop circle in England. Yeah, that's EB3.
Wow.
So anyway, I'm watching. I made this back in 2018.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this, and I'm like, anyway, I'm gonna skip through it a little bit. I mean, I'll play it back a little later. So I'm going through this stuff. I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm like, that's really interesting. Yeah. Sacred geometry, all this stuff. It's definitely language. It definitely says something, but it's alien. It's very super intelligent. But I come across there's one in particular. Maybe I skipped over it.
Whoa, those are amazing, dude.
But anyway, I came across it and I went, hey, holy shit, I know these. I know. Oops, hold on. I know these symbols.
Yeah.
I know these symbols. I've seen them before in the Mayan art. The Mayan stone tablets that are 4 feet by 3 feet wide. All of these stone tablets are real. And I've seen this language. And there's a whole bunch of it. But here's one. But yeah, I just realized this stuff recently. So as you can see, it's the same symbols.
Yeah.
And there they are, the Anunnaki. And I'm pretty sure the bigger beings like Maria are the Gigi.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
This is fascinating stuff, man. Honestly, you always have fascinating stuff, man.
Here's one above Christ. Yeah, I got a bad name. Nobody likes me.
That I don't think that, dude. I think you think you have a bad name.
Oh yeah, like all the truthers out there, they fucking hate me. They don't want to. They don't want to listen to it. They think I'm just spreading fear porn. I'm
You
like,
know what?
what?
You know what the problem is, dude. Honestly, I'll tell you right now. I honestly, this is. I think everybody has like a harsh opinion, and everybody wants to be 100% right. But like, I think we just
Right.
need to be open minded. You know what I mean? Like, and I think if more people were open minded, it would get everybody a lot further. You know? I don't know. You know?
Well, there's a lot of confusion. We've been deceived. We've been poisoned. You know,
Yeah.
and it's not so simple. It's not so simple. A Mayan tablet
I'm
with
going to show you some of these comments. My friend Michelle says, "I like you, Ryushin." My friend Matthew Mornian's in the chat. He comes on my show all the time. He says, "No, Ryushin is a legend." You know what I mean? So we got people out there that like you, man.
Oh, no doubt. I just have a lot of people who think that I am unhinged and not true and all
Well,
this.
who isn't unhinged nowadays? You know what I mean? You got to be a little unhinged to get by in this world. You know what I mean?
It's not my fault. We've been poisoned and deceived, and you can't tell the difference between what's real and what's fake.
Absolutely,
It's not my
right?
fault.
Yeah.
You've been lied to.
Yeah.
You know,
Like you're not. Yeah. You're doing. We're all doing the best. Yeah. Yeah. I got you, man. I feel you.
But check out this tablet with the Mayan tablet with the stars. It's the same thing as the star map that Betty Hill saw. You see the lines, the travel routes between the star. It's the same shit with the lines.
Yeah.
So there's a
Yeah,
lot of really,
that is the same star map Betty Hill saw. That's when I reached out to Kathleen Martin recently. She said she's getting a surgery, but then she's going to come on. But
the Ajiji connected to the Mayan tablet, meeting with the other species of extraterrestrial that I just got about a week ago. It's the same species, and they have red eyes, and they're very skeleton. But all this stuff is in my free book. And I can, at the orionlines.com. But no, this is not a Zeta. This is a GG. The Zetas are, how about Skinny Bob? You know that video, Skinny Bob?
yeah.
That's a Zeta Reticuli. And from what I've heard, they're us from an alternate future timeline. Just like the Greys are us from the other alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, I know my species. I've gone through all the evidence and tried to figure out what is going on here.
Yeah.
The book is free. Yeah, the book has all of this evidence in the book. But
yeah, that was your first book. It's free, right? It's called Night
yeah,
First,
but
right?
I've been adding to it while continuing on and on. Remember when we talked about this, the Eric von Daniken?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you. I don't know if I follow you on X. What is your name on X? Ryushin Malone 17.
Yeah,
Guys, give him a follow on X and follow me. I'm at Robert Kalil 1121. I'm trying to build up on. I don't know. I just canceled my X premium.
Really?
I can't. I don't know. It's not. I don't know if it's worth it. But I was using it because it lets you post longer. You know what I mean? Then I can post links and stuff. But I don't know.
Dude, I figured out that you can go on to Rumble Studio, right? Rumble Studio and Rumble.
Yeah.
And that will connect you to YouTube and do a live and X.
Yeah. You can connect to Substack, Facebook, X. You can connect to everywhere. And guess what? You know what else the Rumble just came out with? This is amazing, dude. You'll like this because you're a Rumble creator. They have a call-in feature now, and I've been doing call-ins. I've been doing live call-ins. I use Call-in Studio, but Rumble has a call-in feature now where you can use their Rumble Studio to do call-ins. I'm absolutely going to take advantage of that because I have to pay for it now. I'm not going to, if it's free with Rumble Studio, I'll just start using Rumble Studio because, like you said, you can still stream to YouTube with Rumble Studio. And dude, if I could use Rumble Studio for everything, that would cut out my StreamYard bill and my Call-in Studio bill. That would be like $80 a month saved. You know what I mean?
No shit. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, because I figured it out like a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, holy shit, I can stream on YouTube and X and Rumble at the same time. It's
Yeah.
perfect. And
A
I
lot
don't
of us are
pay.
paying StreamYard to do that right now.
I pay $8 for X.
The only problem with the Rumble
Whatever.
Studio that I've talked to Rumble about this, and there's nothing they can do, is
Yeah.
like, so they don't have a feature to get your audio. So like when you go live, you can't get an audio copy. And I have an audio podcast. I upload everything to audio too. So like it's like I would have to get that file, then convert it from an MP4 to an MP3. And
you can download it. There are like a Rumble video downloader.
Yeah.
Type that into Google, and it will give you a website to go to put the link in, and then you can download the video or the MP3 like that. So go to Google, type in Rumble Video Downloader, and that it will bring up a bunch of websites. So it would be easy for you to download off any video off of Rumble.
Yeah. And then I can convert that MP4 into an MP3, right? And then use the audio.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so I've learned. Oh, hey, there was these sonic booms happening. There was one in Boston, one in South Carolina.
I've heard about this.
This was
My
recent.
friend is up there in Boston. She's like trying to investigate it. She said, I don't know what these sonic booms mean. These sonic booms have come before too. What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I don't know, but there was one down in Tennessee today, which is I don't know. They could be still destroying deep underground military bases, like they did in 2019.
Well, you know what's so weird? Like I haven't heard a sonic boom, but like here I'm out in the cut in like Western Pennsylvania, and like I'll go out and smoke at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'll hear some real loud noises. It sounds like major construction going on. I'm like, are they building the data centers in the middle of the night or something? I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Hey, check this little guy out. See him?
What the hell is that?
That's real.
It looks like a raccoon or something. What was it?
It's a little fuzzy alien.
Holy shit! That's an alien?
It's a little tiny fuzzy alien.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they work here. Here's 2 of them outside of somebody's.
When you say they work here, what do you mean? They work?
Well, they work here to monitor the heaven and hell aspects of the extra dimensional reality that we exist in, that nobody knows about because we've been kept asleep.
Yeah,
but they work here to monitor people, to take them up on their ship at to examine them. But everybody is being monitored. Do you see the little guy down here? Watch.
Yeah.
He'll walk through again. Look, there he is.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, he looks about, what, a foot, 2 feet tall?
Yeah.
So, we're not.
Is it a little person or what is it? Like it's a little furry. It's a little furry
like
alien.
It looks like a little furry being. It looks like Cousin It.
How did you get these? How did you get
Pokemon, bro? I know they're aliens because here's one of them shooting with a magic wand, shooting something up into space. Probably information.
Look, they're meeting up. There's just 2 of them meeting up. That was hilarious.
Meeting, and then watch. It will shoot some information or light up into space. See?
Whoa! That was crazy.
Yeah.
Can you show that again?
Yeah. See that?
Watch this, guys.
So we're not alone here. And these beings have been here for thousands and thousands of years. And they work in together in something called the balance between good and evil. Here it comes. See?
Whoa, that's amazing, dude.
I have other videos like this with them using their technology, especially being beamed up. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff. But this is at my my
Website.
whatchamacallit.
You're right.
Here,
What's this
yeah,
dude doing? He's
no,
got
this,
glow stick. Is this a raver?
well, he's doing the Wii or whatever.
Oh, I thought he was like a raver with glow sticks or
No,
something.
but there's an alien back here. Watch him move. That's his head. See how he moved like that? He's invisible. Or in an extra dimension. But it will zoom in on him. But watch how he moves. They're in a different time frame as well.
Whoa. Whoa.
There he is.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Look, you see
They're
how
those
he moves?
sneaky little fuckers.
You see how he moves like that real quick?
Yeah.
Well, they're interested. They want to know what we're doing. What
You know what's so fascinating about this, Ryushin? And I try to tell
see how
people
he
this,
moves
and
like that?
you know, I don't condone using any drugs ever. Like, I don't want anybody to think that. And you know, oh, by the way, this show's for entertainment and educational purposes only. We're not giving financial or medical advice. Always consult a physician or whatever. But no, when I smoke marijuana, you know, and again, I'm not condoning anybody to use marijuana. I see astral entities everywhere. I see them everywhere, dude. Like it seems like they're watching us all the time, and there's thousands of them, astral entities. You know?
Yeah, you can summon them. I had my spiritual grandfather, my father's good friend. I brought up the fact that I was communicating, that I was researching the aliens, and he turned around to me and he said, "Oh yeah," and all of a sudden, about 10 or 12 light beings showed up, appeared over him, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So you can summon them. Here, watch
Whoa.
this, dude. He watches his head. You see how it like kind of jets out a little bit?
Yeah.
You see that it's funny? But
Yeah.
you can really see his aura quite well. See his aura?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Oh, something's coming out of him.
Yeah, it's weird. Watch, he'll do it with his arm. It will be really weird. They're in a extra dimensional thing. Maybe it's not that one, but yeah, I have all the aliens here. They're all real here. This is all real alien stuff. Oh, this guy.
You're a professional at finding this alien stuff. You really
Yeah,
are.
I am. Look, there's the hands that the Allagash 4 saw.
The Allagash abduction. I'm familiar.
Yeah, in the Allagash 4 in Allagash, Maine. They were taken aboard a craft, and the guy said that he. Can you hear that?
We can't hear it, but that's good because we don't want to, because we will go get a copyright. You know, it's better just.
Okay.
Michelle
I
said you
can-
can use closed captions if you can, like in.
No, I can explain it. You see how he's using his two fingers like that? That's the way they would use their hands. And when he said that, I was like, I know the species. I know that I've seen the video of the species with that hand.
Whoa.
And 2 different videos. I knew that this was real.
Yeah.
See, it has the fold in the hand.
Yeah.
And it proves that the Allagash were telling the truth. They're the bodies. And this one, where somebody found him in the woods. But I know that he's a good alien. I know that he's good because his leg is ripped off. And that's what the Draco do, the reptilians. They rip off legs to bleed them out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary, dude.
I know that because of this being who was this one. You see the same thing. You see the legs gone?
Yeah. That was in Russia, right?
That was in Russia, yeah. That was an Anunnaki. That's what they are.
So do you think that Dalatov Pass or whatever was like an alien event where those people were at that pass and they got met?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, an alien ship using well, I mean, you have to think about it that if they're reptilians, they can see heat, and they were in the snow, so
Yeah.
they probably lit up like a, you know, a, I don't know, something in a tinder or something,
Yeah.
matchbox in a tinder, whatever, and that was it. They were hungry. They saw food, and that was it. Yep, that's how they work. That's how they roll. This thing, John Reed's alien, that's real. That's a real alien.
Wow.
Most of these aliens, guys, can float. They float. Most of the alien sightings, they can float. They use their mind to float through the space. Fantastic. So many examples of this. But, there's a whole bunch of videos here. That's the first one. I think there's a second one. Oh, critters, yeah. Somebody was like, it looks like a critter. Yep. Can we have your guest on more? Yeah, that's the whole thing to my research was all the evidence. I went through all the evidence. I had a heart that was true enough to determine for myself, is this true or not? And, and I collected all the evidence. I went through it all, and here it is presented. But it's very serious because, well, this reptilian group has been ruling over us, using us as a food source. So it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Oh, jeez, oh, man. Yeah.
Oops. Here, watch. There's a cow that gets taken while he's doing a news thing. See?
Whoa! Holy shit! Is that real?
Yeah, because the guy flips out. The guy gets in front of the camera. He looks up. Watch the reaction. He's talking to him about it, and he's like, "Look, there it is. Look at his reaction." That's not. You can't. I mean, you can fake it, but when I have all the evidence that this is actually happening, what's it doing up in the tree like that?
Yeah, really.
Sorry about that. There's a cow falling from the roof. What was it doing up there, up in the sky? They dropped it. Here's one. Look, there he is. Going up. There's a cloaked craft. See it?
Yeah, I do see it. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
That's how they hunt. They use cloaked ships, cloaked stuff, cloaking technology. Now you know why the military has been we don't know anything about the aliens. Oh, we want that technology. That's what we want. Oh, what's it going to take to get that technology? Oh, trade some children? Oh, okay, you can have some children. Can we get the technology? Sure. And that's what they did. They built the identical railroad system in secret this time in the heart of America, identical to the Nazi death marches in the shape of Orion. And not only identical in the shape of Orion, but identical in the size. They're both 300 miles across. 300 miles across. So the Zionists, who are the Black Suns, the Moloch worshippers, who hated the Jews, and this was revenge for Moses and God leading the Jews out of Egypt under Orion rule. And thousands of years later, the Zionists were like, well, we want revenge on the Jews, and that's what they did. Holocaust means burnt sacrifice. But they built the Nazi death marches in the shape of Orion to honor Orion. And then when the Allies took over, won World War II, which no one actually won. They were both playing both sides. The Zionists, who were in control of the world, Rothschild, brought the aliens over to America and built the deep this time used taxpayers' money to build the deep underground military bases.
Yeah.
They stole all that money, and not only to build 62 bases for the aliens, but the rest of them were secret cities to avoid the apocalypse, which was the truth revealed, this information revealed. That's what brings upon the apocalypse. That's why they ignored me this whole time. So now, Phil Schneider, you know Phil?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was talking about, in 1996, he said that there were 131 deep underground military bases built in the United States. 131. He said that each base cost about approximately $17 to $19 billion. And I went, okay, so 131 bases, and I rounded it, times 18 billion, the middle between 17 and 19. So 131 times 18 billion equals $2.3 trillion. Oh, $2.3 trillion? You mean the exact amount Rumsfeld found missing from the Pentagon audit on 9/10/2001? The next day when 9/11 happened? Oh, that $2.3 trillion? Where did that money go? Oh, well, duh. You know, it went to be building these fucking deep underground military bases where they've been feeding the aliens children in trade for technology.
Yeah.
They were pumping in enzymes through tubes and water into these bases where they were eating them. They've also been designing weapons to neutralize the aliens because they knew they got into deep shit. They were in deep shit back in the 70s. They knew they were in big fucking trouble. And they needed weapons, and they designed Project Excalibur, which was a nuclear warhead that could penetrate 1,000 feet of hard-packed soil, specifically designed to kill the aliens in the deep underground military bases, which started happening in 2019 with all the earthquakes at most of the locations of these deep underground military bases. So it's all in my book.
Wow, this is amazing, man.
But there were also recently there were earthquakes again, strange earthquakes out by Area 51. So you know,
we get a question from the audience. This is from Derek Woo Riders. He says,
sure.
question. So are the small little aliens, the Anton, are the leaders of the non-human intelligence races here on Earth? He says.
Well, I don't know if they're the leaders, but they definitely work with the positive side of our situation that we got going here.
Yeah.
The Galactic Federation.
Yeah.
So I don't know if who's in. You know, I've heard stories that, well, from the evidence and from my own experience with the fifth density stuff, the astro travel stuff, there's a female in charge of this place who said that she is God. And
that was Luna, right?
Yeah, from what I was seeing, watching her go through judging me, watching her go through my soul recording, she was definitely in charge. No doubt about it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just,
Dude, this was a great show. I mean, for a pop-up show, this was really great. I mean, do you want to take a couple questions? Do you want to do, or do you want to?
Yeah, anything. I'll take questions here. Please share.
And while we're waiting so guys, put your questions for Ryushin in the chat. But like, while we're waiting, how can people donate to you and support your work?
Oh, geez. I've been going through a really hard time for the past month. I had to leave the place where I was living in Minnesota. I was in Minnesota, and I've been living in New Jersey right now, just staying at a friend's house.
Dude, you're in Jersey. I'm in Pittsburgh. We should meet up sometime for real and
Yeah,
like hang out and do a live podcast.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And there's some good places to eat in Jersey too. I've been looking at there's some good pizza places up there and stuff. Like if I ever get some money, dude, I swear to God, I'll come up and visit you. We'll go for pizza and we'll just kick it, dude. And we'll do a podcast, Like
definitely hang out, cool. Bro. I would love to, man. I would love to. I wish I could now, but I'm carless, I'm moneyless as well.
Dude, I feel you, man. I'm broke too. I feel like we're all going through it right now, man. You know what I mean? Like it's like, and when I do get money, I can't hang on to it because I have bills to pay, and it's just like, you know what I mean?
By design. It's by design. Yeah. They wanted us to be in a state of, we have to keep working. We got to keep doing it. We got to keep going. No time to be still and at peace with ourselves.
Yeah, always weren't. Yeah. By the way, Rachel Kyle says she says thank you. That was freaking amazing. Willow Roots says that definitely enjoyed. Missy Hill says Jersey is the best.
Yeah, Jersey
pizza is the best. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I grew up here in Jersey, so I know all about pizza.
Are you near the shore? Are you near the Jersey Shore?
No, I'm right outside of Manhattan, about 20 miles outside Manhattan, Bergen County.
Yeah,
that's where I grew up.
Yeah, Sokola just asked where you first. So that was it. I might come up to Jersey for a visit, man. As soon as I get ahead, I really will. Like, this is one question from Michelle. She says, Ryushin, what do you think the answer is for humanity on a personal level?
For my watching the system, watching humanity this whole time for the past 9 years, it's not good. I mean, watching humanity be manipulated by this satanic group by their free will.
Yeah.
Not good.
Well, I think it's because we've been tricked into it, right? We've been tricked into.
We've been poisoned.
They've been tricked into it. But like the people who are awake now know that,
Well, yes, the people who are sort of awake are becoming aware of it, but we don't know the full extent of why this is all happening. It's extraterrestrial control that's been happening for thousands of years. This is actually a test, okay?
Yeah.
Our soul is actually some type of karmic recording device. Every action that we do is when we die, which there is no death really, we go up to the book of life in front of Jesus Christ, and the book of life is like a glass book. It's about 3 feet wide, and it has curved edges. And I saw him standing there going through the book, and it was holographic images of my entire fucking life. I saw everything that I did. He knew instantly, and he was pulling out things like, oh, you did that, very not good. And, oh, you did that, good, that was good. That was a good thing that you did. But I was being judged right there in front of him, and it's in my book, what I saw. In fact, I can show you. Can you share?
Sure, yeah, I got you. Yeah, but I didn't mean to interrupt you before. Do you want to tell people how they can donate to you too? And I put the links in the description too.
At my website, theorionlines.com, there are donation buttons at the bottom, or I can send you a link through the thing here. But it's been a very difficult time for me. I've been homeless and looking for a place to stay. So if anybody knows or has a room available I could stay in, I'd really appreciate it. It's not
Yeah.
been very.
Who are
It's
you
not been.
staying with now? Or just friends or what?
I'm just staying with my friend's father, but here's some links.
Yeah.
Sorry
Oh,
if
here
I'm
I had
lagging,
him.
but yeah, I'm staying with my friend's father, but I can't stay here for long. I have to be out of here in like 3 weeks, so I'm still looking for a place. Somebody offered me a place to stay in Missouri, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'd rather stay on the East Coast, but whatever I can, do right now, it won't be much longer. Soon, they can't ignore me forever. They can't ignore the evidence. They can't ignore what I've revealed. I revealed the whole fucking thing. They can't
Yeah.
sit there and say it's all bullshit. It's nothing. See, I was contacted while sitting in my Zendo in Maine. They came to me, and when they did that, it triggered me to go through translucent beings. Translucent beings came to me, and that triggered me to do the research. And a week later, the Nazca alien mummies were released on Gaia TV. Baba Ga Vanga.
What's up with his eyes? That woman's eyes.
She was blinded in a tornado or something like that.
Oh God, that's horrible.
But she was a blind mystic who saw transparent beings. I saw the same ones. They're angelic, and that's why I brought up that Catholic priest who was like, "Oh, they're all demons." No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Many of them are, but but many of them are angels too.
Yeah.
But a week later, the Nazca alien mummies came out after they contacted me. And then a week after that, I connected them to King Akhenaten and Queen Nefertiti. I knew they were real.
Yeah.
But I know that they're time travelers too. So they knew that to trigger me at that time, a week before this was released, they knew I would come across it and figure it out and lead me to all the evil shit that they've been doing. But
Because and do you think when we say talk about all the evil shit like the Pizzagate and the Uncle Sam's Snuff Factory
all
and
the satanic stuff, yeah.
like do you think that's the reptilians or like
Yes.
the half reptilian humans?
Yeah, it's the whole Draco and Orion, who are the two snakes that wrap around the
Oh, dude,
Carthusius
I got a
staff.
personal question for you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I got a personal. What was your reaction to the Epstein files? Because like, what's crazy is for people that don't know is like, I talked to Ryushin in 2019, 2020. He was bringing this stuff forward when nobody was talking about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not many people were talking about human trafficking and like the severity of it. You know, but
Yeah,
Ryushin was keyed into this a long time ago. I'm telling you guys, he's been on this shit. You
yeah,
know, for real.
I've been really studying hard because I was chasing after the aliens, and that got me into the elite and Pizzagate and all that shit that connected. I knew, and then it was the whole satanic side, who was the Black Suns.
Yeah,
and that's what this is. And they've been feeding the aliens children.
so let's go over this.
In
Not only
trade
are
for
the Nazi death
technology.
marches in the shape of Orion. Go back up to that a second. I want to
What?
show people.
Which
I
one?
want to show people what you the look, guys. The deep underground military bases are in the shape of Orion. Then go down to Ryushin. We can show them because some people might not saw this yet. I mean, I know me and you saw it, but like like they might not saw all the connections you made with the Nazca lines.
There's Betty Hill's star map.
And it matches the Orion. Holy shit, that's so weird.
It matches this part. This is Zeta
Whoa.
Reticuli. There's Zeta Reticuli, and then there's Orion. Both are from the future, from two different timelines. The Orion group is from the evil timeline of a nuclear disaster, which the decision will be made October 1st, 2030. And the other side is the P45s. P45s, which are the Zeta Reticuli.
Yeah.
The other timeline. They're two different timelines. It's very complex. There's a lot of evidence, but it's true. Do you work on websites, need help for my business? No, I can't. It's just too much. It's too much. I really, and I'm not very good at doing, um, website stuff. I used Wix, which is, a very cheap website thing.
That's
But
what
I
I'm gonna
don't,
have to
I
use
don't,
because I got to get a website. What
I
I was
don't
starting to
know.
think about doing was what James Bartley does is like put like half of my, well, I wouldn't want to do that because I give away all my content now for free. I was gonna say I should take like half my content, put it on like James Bartley puts half his show on YouTube, then he puts the other half behind a paywall. But like I've kept it free all these years. I would never want to put it. I don't know if I would want to do that. I
Yeah,
don't.
I don't do that. I mean, I'll beg for money, but I'll never charge anyone for any of this
That's
stuff.
what I feel. I'd rather have just people donate. That's a good. Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure when the truth comes out, I won't have a problem with any of that. But you know, um,
yeah.
I don't know.
What else was in the shape of Orion? So it was the deep underground military bases, the
Oh, like
Nazi death
everything,
marches,
everything.
the Underground Railroad too, right?
Yeah, the underground railroads, which are the deep underground military bases
Whoa.
in the shape of Orion, as you can see, and the Nazi death marches were in this part of Orion. They just put it on the map and drew it.
Yeah. Whoa.
But everything, Teotihuacan, the Egyptian pyramids, the Zen pyramids in China, or
Yeah.
the XZ, the Mars pyramids on Mars.
Wow.
But anyway, I wanted to show you more on the Luna, the Anunnaki holding the torch of light. Light.
Yeah. I want to see it definitely. Did it share?
What?
Did it share? Oh, let me see. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's
All the evidence is here. It's just you have to go through it and be like, what is this? But I'm telling you, Luna. That's what I really wanted to get into because it's very significant. Oh, how about this? How about the the Mayan pyramids aligned to Draco?
yeah, that's
That's
insane.
that's a new one I figured out recently. But it's the same thing as King Pakal's tablet. Holy shit, 1,000? Oh, Sex, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, that's for you.
What is it?
Oh, somebody Red N One XX sent you a donation.
Let me see. Whoa, holy shit! What's that, dude? There's no way. I mean, I won't see that for like a month, but holy shit, how much is that? How much is SCK 1000?
I don't know.
That's insane. What is SCK? What is? I'm like,
I don't know.
that might not be a lot American, but like,
I don't know.
yeah, like that's insane. Like, but I mean, that sometimes the guys like the super chats don't come in for a month, but I really appreciated whoever sent that.
It's
Thank you.
$106.
Whoa, thanks, man. That'll help big time.
It's
Yeah.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Swedish crown.
Like I said, like if you guys donate, like if you like PayPal, look, I appreciate anything. Like like super chats are awesome, but if you can PayPal, thank you so much. Like thank you. Like yeah, PayPal's instant. Like I get PayPal right away. Ryushin knows this. We get PayPal, Cash App. It's probably the same thing for him. Like super chats we don't see for like a month. Like or if you get a Rumble right. Yeah. But no, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's still awesome. Yeah, thank you. That was very nice.
How about the King Pakal, Eric von Daniken, saying that it was a rocket ship? It wasn't. It was a sacrifice, and I figured that out because of the position this tablet of this sacrifice was in. I'm like, holy shit, I know that position. It was this one, where there's a gigantic sacrificial knight being pushed in by Kukulkan, who is Draco, who is Satan, Saturn. Same thing, Draco.
Whoa.
But, so is, what is this thing? Angkor Wat is in Draco, too. Draco, the Alpha Draconian, that's what he looks like. That's what I saw him in the 5th density, above his world when I saw him. Yeah, he's an enlightened, an ascended master, believe it or not.
Wow.
The Anunnaki and Luna, and then there's Mercury, who is Moloch. Mercury is Moloch. The interchangeable positions, where the gods change positions over ruling over Earth. Believe it or not. Yeah, Saul is, what's his name? Apollo. But here's Luna right here on the 2nd step. And then there's Saturn here, eating the Anunnaki with an Anunnaki. He's the father of time. That's why they call him the father of time. And then there's the adrenochrome harvesting Mercury with the 2 snakes. So,
dude, Ryushin. This is what I say, guys. You really should support Ryushin's work. Like, he's worked so hard, like to come, like, you know how many hours you have to go. Like, he's like, I mean, like, not that. I mean, I think you're a brilliant person too, but I think it took you a while to dig up a lot of this information. You know what I mean? It's like you really worked really hard to do this, man. Like, I think more people should give you credit for what you're doing. You know, like it's first of all, it's fascinating, and second of all, I think you're right about, like, well, you know, I'm not, you know, a large part, I'm minded to all of it, you know what I mean? And third of all, like, I've known you for years now, and like, I'm just always impressed with everything you bring to the table, man, honestly, you know. Are you still on YouTube and Rumble? What's your situation like with like content creation?
not so much anymore. I really backed off because not many people were interested.
Yeah. I follow you on Rumble. I know that for sure. But like, when they took down my YouTube channel, which they did, they took down my first YouTube channel. I lost all my subscriptions, so I'm having to resubscribe to people and stuff, you know. And then I feel like people think I'm subscribed to them. I'm not that. It's not that. It's just like they took away my channel, so I lost all my subscriptions. You know what it is. You lost your channel how many times? Like, dude, you lost your channel more than anybody I know. Like, you lost so many channels, dude. Like, you're the hardcore censored. You do get hardcore censored, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to wake up the people to the fact that the aliens have been eating us.
Absolutely.
We live on an adrenochrome harvesting food resource world where we're all a bunch of slaves.
Yeah. We are. Yeah. So would you say this is a prison planet? Do you feel that?
Yes. Yeah, it's a prison planet where we're used as a slave source that we're taken over from when the Anunnaki built us, created us as slaves. And then the Draco came over and took over and have been in a war between God, the Anunnaki, and the devil, Draco. And for thousands of years, they've been fighting back and forth, and they came to a conclusion of a night first, an agreement, a compromise, allowing Draco, the Satan worshippers, to rule over us until the end of night.
Yeah.
Which would be day. Day is freedom, but in night, we're kept asleep intentionally, kept from reaching the awakened state of mind.
So night metaphorically symbolizes the time we're in right now. You're saying?
Yes, we are still in night first. A satanic overruling of keeping everyone asleep.
Wow.
From the truth, from true self nature, which is fundamentally shunyata, or emptiness or nothingness. But nothing by definition does not exist. And since nothing cannot exist, what is left is existence, which means we are all of existence. So that's something that no one can really grasp.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's
But as you can see, there's Luna up in the clouds, just like Saturn was in that image before,
yeah.
over Earth. And
So, who do
she,
you think the Virgin Mary was, or
well,
Mother
I don't think this is actually Mary. I think that this is an Anunnaki, the little beings, and I think that this is probably Luna, but I'm not sure about that. I'm still trying to figure it out. There's a lot of images who I've seen the same kind of thing, um, with Mary holding what they say is baby Jesus, but it's all been a lie, a diversion to keep it all secret and going. This is the Freemasons. There's Luna standing right at the top. And I know the Freemasons are actually good because they worship the tools gifted to us by God, the Creator. But I've also seen images of a gigantic bug. Not images, but I recall. Well, I met with Luna in this where she said she was God and she was going through the soul recordings. But beyond that, which I think was the last step of whatever there was a hallway filled with beings made of light, and we came to a turn, and I turned the corner, and there was a gigantic bug-like female with a gigantic abdomen. She was holding a scepter, wearing a crown, and she waved at me. And there were thousands of these light beings sitting with her. But it seemed to me like this female insect woman was a queen, was probably the creator of this whole construct.
Wow.
But I can't say the fact that somebody else has seen this really says a lot to me. So I don't know.
Yeah. That's fascinating, though, honestly.
We are all secretly connected to the unconscious consciousness or
But
Christ.
you know what I always ask? Like, why does God or whoever created this place let so much evil go on here? You know what I mean?
Because it's been night first. They've been allowed to because of our free will. Well,
Yeah.
this is all a test. This whole thing, our whole experience is a test, and we are taken up and we are judged in the book of life. This is exactly what I saw, sort of. It was more stars and space rather than curtains, but the steps were there. 3 steps up to a thing, just like this cartoon. Somebody saw it, and the book of life. And that's what I saw. And Christ was standing in front of it, and he was going through it, judging my soul. And but the whole thing is to, just like Thro was doing it in Egypt. It's a test. It's to find and Hathor.
Is it like how they say in Egyptian lore that your heart will be weighed against the feather?
Right, the heart and the feather, as light as a feather. This is all a test. It
means you got to clear yourself from all this baggage here.
Well,
you know,
it's, as you're, it's attachment, but it's compassion, true-heartedness. That's why they put Christ in charge of going through people's souls.
Yeah.
Do these people teach truth, love, kindness for others? Are they compassionate in their actions and what they do? Do they live their lives with integrity, honesty, honor,
compassion,
understanding, compassion for yourself and compassion for others? Do not live with greed, anger, and delusion in your heart? live by the golden rule: seeing
Yeah.
yourself in others.
Yeah, exactly. Do as
Tell
others as you would do to
tell
yourself.
your
Yeah.
family and friends every day that you love them every day
And I
as
feel like
much as
I
you
know this
can.
is hard to say, but I feel like we have to find a way to have gratitude for what we do have. I've been realizing that more and more. I said that, and I think like once people accept that they like if you just accept it, like say like today I can walk, today I can talk, today I can see, today I can hear. Today, like things may be bad, but you know what? It could be a lot worse, and I'm grateful for what I do have. As compared to like I mean, trust me, dude. I think it's hard. Everybody, I'm talking to everybody out in the audience. Like, it's hard for me too. Like, I mean, it's impossible some days. Sometimes I just want to you know, I just put on like Pluto TV and just disassociate from everybody because I'm so depressed. You know what I mean? Or Tubi TV or something. Just like marathon something and just say fuck this world and just like not even deal with anything. You know?
Yeah, they've been allowed to poison us with their evil, satanic, black magic, with poisoning the shit out of us to use us. And well, I'm rebelling against that because fuck that shit. And
Yeah.
they dump us with all the commercials, materialism, pornography, all this shit
Yeah.
is poison to.
Temptations too, right?
Yeah,
Temptation.
it's poison. It temptation, and they're allowed to do it with the free will. So, and I'm trying to break humanity free from that. These people are fucking sick. They've been doing evil and carelessly
And
doing
hurting
evil.
children. Let's be honest. They're hurting children. That's
Yeah,
a big problem in my book. And I think a lot of mostly not 99% I think of people will agree. Besides the 1% sickos out there, but like kids are the most innocent. We've said this so many times, but like kids are the most innocent thing on this earth. You know what I mean? It's that they're like such a bright light. I feel like the Satanists do that because they want to steal their light.
yeah, and that's the problem with the Satan worshippers and Lucifer. They were They lied. They told people that Lucifer would come with the torch of the light of the truth, and it would be a false light. But it's not. Evidence isn't false. It's not false light. Evidence is evidence. And
Yeah.
there's something going on here. What is this? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
And here's more evidence of Luna, and you can see her image is all a crescent moon. That's her symbol, and a lobster, because lobsters mold. It's evolutionary process.
You said lobster a wheel? What is this? It's very interesting. Can you go back to
Well,
that picture? I can't see it.
it's
Okay,
on
there.
the wheel. It's
Yeah.
just a symbol.
And her chariot's a dragon. That's interesting. You know?
Yeah. They're also the Gemini twins pulling it. I don't know what that
Do you,
means,
do,
but
I wanted to ask you, do you feel like the dragon race exists? Because a lot of people in the community feel like they're in touch with dragons and that the dragons are coming back into the fray.
yeah, dragons are real. As far as them being the Alpha Draconian, yes.
Yeah, okay, so you don't think there's a good race of dragons that are that are friendly to
Oh,
humans like that?
no, I do. There's a fifth column, yes, for sure. Do you know what the fifth column is?
No.
Haven't you ever seen V?
Oh, I've seen V. Yeah, I saw it when I was a kid. It was in the '80s. Me and you were the same age. Like
Yeah,
I haven't seen it recently.
yeah, dude. I'll never forget when that came on the TV.
Yeah,
I
I
think I
just
was like,
remember that one person. It grossed me out because that one person put a mouse in their mouth. And they
oh
were like a
yeah,
reptile, and they ate
yeah,
a live mouse. Like it was like
yeah.
we're talking about the show V, where and it was in the '80s, guys. If you grew up in the '80s, you would have saw it. It was like where these humans were actually reptilians in disguise. You just look up the movie V, Google it. Or not movie. It was a TV show called V. It was very ahead of its time. It's almost like how they
Oh,
live.
for
But
sure.
Roddy Piper was ahead of its time.
Yeah, for sure. What was I saying about that? They were coming here for food too, for food to eat us, but um, shit, I forgot why I brought that up.
This is Derek says
Oh,
in the chat.
the,
Oh, sorry.
the fifth,
Der-
fifth column. Yeah.
yeah. Derek says if you go outside, go out and look at the 2-star planet alignment. Is that tonight? Is that something special or something?
I don't know.
But yeah, you were saying about the 5th column. Sorry.
Yeah, the fifth column. The fifth column were the good reptilians working to help humanity. So I think that that's real.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be surprised that that's real. And we live. Human beings are part reptilian anyway.
Yeah.
From the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
they are.
those little beings. They're pterodactyls. So we have this misunderstanding of well, if you're reptilian, you have to be evil. If you're reptilian, you have to be Satan worshiper. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's a misconception of and a delusional state of mind of a denial of the real truth, which is, well, we are all of existence. Why are you even fighting each other? What do you, and it all comes down to food, but
what do you foresee happening in the Middle East with Iran and Israel and everything's going on? Do you see and what to tie it into what me and you talk about? Have people been seeing UFOs over Iran while this is going on?
I wouldn't be surprised that Iran and a few other places like Ukraine and a few other places are doing this whole satanic thing where they've been harvesting children.
Yeah.
So, and not only that, but selling the children, babies, to customers who buy them in foreign countries or whatever, and they torture the child and then drain the blood and drink then get blood drunk.
And again, guys, for entertainment purposes only, no, the YouTube disclaimer, we're not. I don't even know what I would. Yeah, I took an edible before the show, so that's.
That's what this is. They're the gods watching us play the elite play chess. There's the satanic side and the good side. That's what's going on here. But beyond the chessboard is a go game between the entire universe, who is half good, half dark. The entire universe out there.
Yeah. And coming back to the Epstein files, I know, like I said, you talked about that for a while, but the Epstein files confirmed what they were doing, that they were into cannibalism and everything else.
Right.
It kind of confirmed what you were talking about for years,
Yes. Yeah,
Epstein was into some sick shit,
The jerky, they all have been. It's been all of them. They've all been eating people. They're all part reptilian, this whole satanic thing, getting blood drunk off of human beings. They've been poisoning us and eating us. And, well, I'm sorry, but I have a fucking problem with that.
Absolutely, me too.
Using us as a food source, fuck you.
Exactly, yeah.
That's why all this shit's happening now. That's why they've been suppressing my shit before they tell the world what the fuck has actually been going on here. And the Satan worshippers are sitting there with a gun to everyone's head going, go ahead, tell them the truth. Go ahead, we'll kill everybody. We'll kill everyone.
That's what they're doing. That's why all these scientists are going disappearing and like everything else. Like people are getting sick and dude. It seems like that. Like it seems like they're really trying to keep a whole lockdown on this everything.
Yeah.
That's
what it is. They don't want the truth to come out because they've been using us as a resource, not a slave resource. They've been dumbing us down. They've been poisoning the shit out of us. They've been using us as a resource to gain knowledge and technology in hopes to kill us all off so they could keep the technology to live eternally.
Yeah. But I don't know if you saw the comment on the screen. It's from Sovereign Cosmic Bob, man. He says, what are the parallels between gold and blood, if there are any? I would say blood is their gold, in a way, probably. Like, they use gold too, supposedly.
The blood is also considered to be ambrosia, or the nectar of gods. That's why
Yeah.
that's what the whole caduceus, the symbol of our health, of our medicine,
Yeah. Thoth
is
used that. Yeah. Right.
is the symbol of adrenochrome harvesting. The two snakes, who is Orion and Draco. Orion and Draco. So the gold aspect has been the Anunnaki collecting the gold. And when I look out at the elites collecting the gold, well, it's clear to me that there are multiple uses for gold with the whole electricity. It's conductible or conductant, and it's also, I think, I have a really weird feeling that the elite have been collecting the gold to keep it from the Anunnaki.
Wow.
Some type of revenge thing.
Is that why there's like a Fort Knox and stuff?
Exactly. Why the elites have been taking all the gold, but I don't know, man. I mean, it's really weird. Oh, we talked about this one time before where the aliens were building the pyramids using cold. A certain degree below zero can cut through stone like butter. That's how
Wow.
they do it. Yeah, I don't know what the degree is, but it's true.
Wow, dude, that's insane.
Oh, a connection of the Nazca alien, the Nazca lines to a crop circle, 3 feathers, 5 feathers. Yeah. The Nazca lines, I'm pretty sure, are, well, I know, it's a mixture between pulsar star map and constellations of stars, their territory markings. And I think that the Anunnaki, the ones who've been drawing all of the symbols in the wheat, the God, the angels, went to the Nazca lines and drew all the animals in the Nazca lines. Because the animals really are not the same as the star map of the Nazca lines.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. Nazca lines. They are a pulsar star map, like the pulsar star on the Voyager Golden Record. Well, this is territory markings. But there are weird animal things throughout the whole thing, and they're not as straight as these straight lines, which means that they were put in there, and from the evidence, it's clear to me that it was the Anunnaki. Now, there's some people out there who think that the Anunnaki are evil, and I don't think that. I'm sure that in any society there is both good and evil, but yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, I have another podcast at 11 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if he's going to do it. He just texted, guys, so Rock Castaldo for the next show. He told me his internet's wonky, but we're going to try to do it. But yeah, but like, we have a couple more minutes. So, we've been going 2 hours, though. I didn't know how much longer you wanted to go. We can always do another one. I love having you on, man. I'll have you on anytime. We can do this, like, whenever you want.
I know the whole thing like the back of my hand. I've obviously done all the research. It's just that I think people are too brainwashed. I think people are too afraid of what is really going on. And yeah, it is scary. I mean, we're living under the control still of these evil, child-eating reptilian elites who've been lying to the people this whole time, and trying to and fighting in this war to keep this whole thing a secret, to keep using humanity as a resource. And well, we're fucking pissed.
Yeah.
We're not, we've been kept in the dark about this whole fucking thing. You've got all this fucking evidence and we've been ignored. Fuck you.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, they built the Pentagon, behind the Pentagon, the Air Force Memorial. They built an homage to Orion that aligns to Orion's belt at 33 degrees in the night sky. Fuck you! What the fuck are you doing? Why are
Yeah,
you?
exactly.
Where's all this missing money that you spent building these secret fucking railroads that you've been housing aliens, feeding them children? Where are all the missing children?
No.
You know, it's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
No.
You know, I tried. I really did. I spent years, trying to make the fucking Pentagon or somebody to admit the goddamn truth. And it's a big problem because the elites who've been in control of the entire system can't let go. They can't let go. Can't let go. That's when I gained some weight. I've been so fucking depressed. I had all this evidence and nobody knew. Nobody.
You look at you, the guys. He went to all these places and protested. Can you show that other one? You went to Wall Street, right?
No, it's Trump Tower. When I
Wow.
I went to protest against the child genocide, the adrenochrome.
Yeah.
At some point, 2020, and then I got fat, and then I blew up the big map, and I went down to Capitol Hill and protested outside there. Very serious. I mean, this is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of me showing up and taking over the system.
Yeah. Well, I agree, man. Well,
I revealed the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I stood up to evil and said, no, we are not food. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Because I went down to the Pentagon. There's me at the Space Center, the NASA. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
The Comet Ping Pong outside of his restaurant. There's me.
Where's his restaurant at? Is that Seattle? You went all the way to Seattle?
No, it's in D.C.
Whoa. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's in D.C. Whoa.
Yeah, he's got a gigantic mural of an alien playing ping pong against who I think is a half reptilian, one of these Satan worshippers, a Rothschild. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge mural in that pizzeria, and I knew exactly what that meant. That was between good and evil. The war between good and evil with the fucking aliens.
Speaking of which, you want to hear something crazy? Some weird dude keeps messaging me. He keeps emailing me. His name's Rabbi Rothschild. And I'm not talking shit on him or anything like that, but like he has a really weird, like mysterious, like, he's like, if your audience wants to learn about this and that and UFOs, I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't have anything against Judaism, but I do have against all major religions. Like, I'm not into religion at all. Like, I'm into spirituality and like, I'm not dissing anybody's religion. So I don't like the whole idea of having a rabbi on, but like, then I also don't like the idea that his name's Rothschild. I don't know if he's just doing that for attention, but like, and again, I'm not racist. I don't have anything against religion, but no, I mean, I do have stuff against major religions, like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. I think they've been used to control and torture and hurt people, and like, I mean, like, there are some good things to them, but, overall, they're not, they were made by the aliens.
It's a very, very complex situation that we're all in. I mean, the whole thing has been alien worship. We've been worshiping extraterrestrial beings who've been ruling over us, who created us, who've been ruling over us for thousands of years. We've been kept in the dark because we've been being used as a resource. And how are you supposed to explain that to the people?
It's insane. I mean, like, people aren't going to believe it. They're like
Joe Schmo. To Joe Schmo in a fucking trailer park drinking beers. How the fuck are you supposed to explain that to them?
Well, what? A lot of those people in those situations, a lot of them have been abducted before too, and they just don't want to talk about it. Think about how many people have been abducted and have had experiences in the middle of the night when they are in their trailer park and they're drinking beers. Then all of a sudden the trailer park starts shaking, and then all of a sudden their body gets numb and their stomach starts turning. Next thing you know, they're naked aboard a craft with a device over their penis, getting pumped for sperm by the Greys. Like, I mean, that's a reality that a lot of people face.
Yeah, well, Yeah, I have a whole bunch of evidence of these orbs flying around cribs, being picked up on the nanny cams. Yeah,
Holy shit! Yeah.
they're very interested in their creation, my friend. They want to know what's going on with us, and they know that this time it's getting to be it's gotten to be too much. I mean, anybody who's watching this whole thing happen, you can clearly see that society is totally degraded. It's
Yeah.
totally ignorant, and it's just getting worse. And that's what
Sovereign
this.
Cosmic Wildman in the chat says it's very disturbing. The orbs around babies. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see that video? Do we have time for that?
We have a couple minutes. Yeah, we have
All
like
right.
10 minutes to my next show. I don't want to piss my next guest off. Yeah, like yeah, we have.
No, I'll play. I'll play the video. Oh. By the way, I want to tell you guys, my whole book. If you could share the screen, my
Yeah,
whole book.
absolutely.
My whole book is at my YouTube, and here's a link to the book. It's a full explanation. It's off of Mark Atwood, who is a dear friend of mine, and it's my entire book, the full explanation of everything I figured out, everything.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's all there. It's only 5 hours,
No.
but it's got everything. I mean, everything. It has everything.
No.
And you can join me there at my channel there. Let me see if I can find this this video. I'm usually pretty good at this. I have a whole list of all of the videos I have posted on X, so I can just share them pretty much instantly. Just give me a minute. Here it is. So please join me over at YouTube or whatever. But check this out. This is the one with the cribs. See? Now, they're not harming. They're checking in. I mean, they could be harmful, but I don't know. I can't say for certain. But they're coming into, and they have been around us all along.
So you don't think these are benevolent at all? You think these are like really evil orbs? Like, and you think there's surveillance or something? This is crazy. Will, while you're showing these, guys, this was a great podcast, by the way. I hope you guys support Ryushin, support my channel. You know, I try to bring you the best content all the time. I try to bring you the best guests, but I also want you to support the guests too. So, like, links to donate to me and links to donate to Ryushin are in the chat. Shameless plug. But Willow says, I had a satanic ritual done to me by witches, taking fluids from my body. I'm so fucking sorry. That's horrible. That's horrible, Willow. If you ever want to be a guest, Willow, like I would have you on, you know, just email me. I'll put my email in the chat, you know, like but sorry, Ryushin. The orbs around the babies is horrible. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's who these Satan worshippers have been worshiping. They've been worshiping these evil entities who've been coming into our homes in the middle of the night and taking people without our consent. And we've been being monitored, yes, by the good aliens as well. And they send down these orbs, which are capable of moving through walls and doors. And what they do is they send down these orbs with their consciousness in it, because it's obviously consciously controlled.
Yeah.
And what it does is it takes a reading or gains information and then leaves before it comes down and takes the people. But they are able to manipulate time. They're able to freeze time and come in when everything's frozen and take you, do whatever they do to you, and then bring you back.
Be legendary in the chat says
What? Hello? Rob? Hello? Maybe he got frozen time. I think he froze. Rob, he got frozen time. They took Robert, guys. Sorry. I guess I'll have to keep going, you know. Robert. Hello. So if you guys want to check out some of these videos, really good videos, like here's Rick Doty admitting that they've been using people, all the missing children. They've been using trading people for technology. So there's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, Willow, I know all about the whole. Hey, Robert, hello? Hey, Robert. Okay, so Willow. Here I can give you my YouTube, but it's my website that has everything. My website. The Elite Satanic Pedophile Ring. I have all of it. Everything. You can't hear me? But I have all of the evidence of the whole elite everything. All the satanic child abuse, everything you could possibly imagine. Because I've been hunting them. I've been hunting these aliens, these evil satanic aliens, which led me right into the entire elite. All of it. Hey, Rob, are you there? Hello?
I'm here. I'm here. My phone died. My laptop died. I'm on my cell phone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. I guess we'll finish up now. Were you able to give you the directions to follow you and everything and all that?
What is it?
Did you tell everybody how they can follow you and everything?
Yes. I was just showing Willow here the whole all the evidence of the whole satanic thing. It's not anything bad, but
Yeah.
it's just my website.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my my YouTube. I'll share with that. All right. So what's going on, man? Are you taking off now? Do you have another thing going on? Or
I have another show, but yeah, well, this was awesome, man. Yeah, we'll do this again for sure. You know.
great. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. I think somebody shared it, but whatever already. But okay, Robert, how are you going to do another show if you can't get on your thing there?
I'll use my phone or my computer. One of the two. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's just I'll have to use my phone. Yeah, but I mean,
All right.
yeah.
Well, it's almost time, and well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming by and hanging out with us and paying attention, going through the evidence with me. I really appreciate it, and thank you, Robert.
Absolutely, man. I consider you a good. I consider you a good friend, like one of my best friends in this podcast business. Like I always try to support your work. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, dude. And you know, when my shit goes out, I will definitely mention you because you have been such a wonderful person to communicate with, to talk to you know, go through this stuff with. Um, you were asked the great questions, and so hopefully someday, who knows, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
brother. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you
I will
again
see you.
for coming.
Brock shows up in the next show. I'll be in the next show, and I'll see you guys soon. And thank you, Ryushin.